So, Maria, how are you?
Well, I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good, especially because you come to see me. You know how happy you made me when I watched that video night before?
No, but I know that I made a lot of people happy.
You see
Never
that?
expected it to be like this.
Exactly, and you made me happy. You know why? Because if you can do all of that at 11, imagine what you're going to do when you become 21 and 31 and 41 and 51. You can take on the world.
Thank you for that compliment.
See that? Where do you go to school?
I go to school at Arts and College.
Oh, Form 1?
Yes.
You reading a lot?
Yes I do. I quite enjoy English literature and those
I
subjects.
can see that you're a wordsmith, as the man told you. Little thoughts on what?
Those are thoughts so big.
I love that so much. And you know, I wrote you a little note. So when you get it, I'll show it to you and see why that is so important. Because if everybody in this room gave us a little thought on a big matter, we could change the world, not true?
Yeah.
So tell them that to me.
Well, if everyone in here was to give a little note on what their little thoughts would be to change the world, we would change it.
And if you think Sweden has something with Greta, Barbados has Maria. Yeah? So you're going to help us fight these battles globally?
Yeah.
You know who you remind me of?
No, I don't.
You remind me of Rihanna. You know, your confidence, you understand, more than anything else. Because as long as you believe that you can do something and you work hard towards it, you can get it. You know that?
Yes.
And secondly, when you're doing it, always remember to take care of everybody else around you, correct? You know the golden rule?
Well, the golden rule that my mom tells me is always like think of other people and make sure that you are helpful to other people. Make sure that people understand that you can always assist this person, or if they assist you, you can assist them.
Exactly. And that's why you hear me say all the time a number of things, because I want to be able to reach you as much as I want to reach John and ETS and all of these journalists in here. And that's why I try to keep it simple, so that everybody can be on the same page. So when I say the golden rule and what your mom told you, that's the same thing as do unto others, as you would have them do unto you. So we treat everybody, spend a moment to think about everybody. Because no matter how strong we are, no matter how good we are, we don't live alone, correct?
Yes, we definitely do not agree.
Yeah. And what inspired you to do the videos first?
Well, I just saw a person dispose of trash in the incorrectly, and I thought to myself, well, I need to show people, well, to tell people to stop this, because this could severely damage our environment.
Exactly. And it's people like you that I want to help me lead the battle to make Barbados the cleanest country in the world, correct?
Yes, I definitely would like to see how this would affect our environment and see if people would make a difference, if this was cut down on how people would dispose of the trash.
So how would you like me to help you with that battle?
Well, I would like you to help me change that battle to show people, well, hey look, this person is doing it, so probably that would inspire everyone else to start doing the same thing.
So you think you can inspire people to do it, correct?
Yes.
So you have your own YouTube channel, right?
Yes.
And if I can tell GIS to give you some space in addition to your YouTube channel on CBC to be able to reach more Bajans, you would do that?
Yes, I do.
Sharon, your first plan at GIS. Yeah, that's the deal. But do you have others at school who do the same, that feel the same way as you?
I think
Or
there's
you-
a lot of other people at my school that feel the same way. I'm just not sure if they're confident enough to start doing it yet.
You see where I told you I admired your quiet confidence like Rihanna? So what you have to do, you gotta go and make them feel confident too.
Yes, I would like to see how many people have the same ideas as I at my school.
Alright, and then pull them together in a room and give everybody a chance to do what?
Well, I would give everyone a chance to start making their own little things so that, hey, maybe show everyone to inspire them as well, so I can have my own little need to help fight climate change.
See, you remind me of Rihanna. Rihanna got the Navy and you want your army. No, we want you to help fight climate change. You know why? Because when all of us may be gone, it's you and your generation and your children that are going to have to be fighting the consequences of the climate. Understand? So the first thing we have to do is to educate people at all ages. And that's what you're helping us do. So you have your movement and army ready to go. But it means that you got to bring them along, correct?
Yes.
So your next step is what?
Well, my next step would be I will put out another video. It's definitely going to be something on abortion. Then I'm going to see how many people will be in my school willing to help me, give me tips and everything to start on.
Why the ocean?
Well, because the ocean is pretty much what makes Barbados Barbados. When you think of Barbados, you think ocean, you think beaches, you think people going to the beach having fun, you think beach ball and all the other beach sports. So it's important that we protect our reef, we protect our oceans and our beaches.
I could not have said it better. John? That's great. Now you know why I have a Minister of Maritime Affairs and Blue Economy. So my next thing is to make sure that he gives you an audience so that you can tell him what you and others of your age would want to see him do as Minister of Maritime Affairs and Blue Economy. That's fair?
Yes.
Okay, I will look forward to that. So tell me what you like best about school.
Well, I like art and I like English literature best about school because I can read and write, so it's very easy, and I like to talk. I can express myself in art, and I can express myself in how I talk.
Right, and you see yourself as wanting to bring about change.
Yes.
I want to tell you a little secret. That's the only reason I'm sitting here. You see that? So that at my level, I started like you.
Absolutely.
And you can do anything. Don't view Barbados as your limit. I want you to view the world as your oyster. And I genuinely mean that because you have what we didn't have when we were growing up. You have the power of the internet. You have the power to reach people in Australia, in Africa, in Asia, just with your message. And one of the things that we've always said about Barbados is that don't mind how small we are, we punch above our weight. You understand what that means?
Yes.
So don't mind how small you are, you continue to punch above your weight. Correct?
Yes, I will.
And I want to congratulate you on an excellent interview with UNICEF. And in fact, I think the gentleman who probably would have realized that you were doing a better interview of him than he was of you.
Thanks for that compliment, but he was a very nice person, so I say we both did it good.
You see that? And what you have clearly, and I wish I could open back up the card and write it, is that you also have a generosity of spirit. Don't ever lose it. Because the most important thing in life is to be generous of spirit. Don't matter how much money you got or whatever, is when you give of yourself and you treat people well, that is the greatest gift in life. So always remember that. Yeah? What would you like to do when you grow up?
Well, I would like to be a prosthetics doctor because I'd like to help people with, like, when people lose their arm, you lose technically a part of yourself that you could help. You can do important things with. You can't write as well. If you have a missing arm that you need to write, then you have to learn how to write the other arm. And you have to do a lot of different things. Like if you lose a leg, you can't run as well. And I would like to replace that with something that is you can help others with.
Exactly. You have brothers and sisters?
No, I am an only child.
But with a live heart.
Yeah.
No. Is there anything you want to tell the people about Barbados this morning? Or you feel what you glad how this whole experience this week makes you feel?
This experience this week was truly something that I never thought I'd meet. My mom's name Mottley. I've only read about her by sort of studying books. This is a very honorable place to be.
Thank you, my
In
dear.
terms of the environment, we need to protect it. There's only one, and we rely on it to keep us safe.
And I'm going to give you the greatest honor of all. You see those people there? They like to come here and ask me a lot of difficult questions. So I'm going to let them ask you some questions that I know in myself that you can handle them. Any questions?
Hi, Maria. Barry Hunting from the Nation. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm alright. Question. Did you, in your wildest dreams, expect one video would come to all this?
Well, definitely not in my wildest dreams. Because I thought, well, gonna blow up big because you're the step big. But I didn't expect people from China to be seeing my picture. Definitely.
And that's why that's so important, technology, correct?
Yes, I can reach so many new people with my message. And I wonder how this will affect our world, if this will, well, in the next 2 years or so, will this affect in a good way or will it affect in a negative way?
Okay. Carrie Bennett from Loop News. Well done, Maria. What about at your school, to get your army, are you thinking maybe having a club? Is that an idea you would like to see? Does your school have an environmental club?
I don't really know all the clubs at my school, but I would definitely like to start a club so people can vote their ideas. Kind of like debate club.
Exactly.
But you haven't actually, this is your first term at Harrison College?
This is definitely my first
And
time.
imagine that in the middle of the pandemic, so you haven't seen a normal term yet. So imagine when you get to go to school every day in a normal way, what would you like to do?
Well, I would like to ask principal if I could start a little club so that other people can vote their ideas and they can like, turn it into something that people can watch to spread more messages for different things. I would also like to get back to my studies properly so I can like learn more of the different
I
things.
hear you loud and clear. I hear you very loud and clear. So we're going to work hard as a country to keep safe so that we can have as much normalcy for you all as possible. Alright? So that's why when we tell people to sanitize, wear your mask, do the things, is to be able to ensure that we can create a world that you can get back to normal fast, or your parents or grandparents can also get back to normal. Any other questions, Sharon? Any questions? Any
I have one
questions?
question, more remark for Vincent. Could you give us an idea of some of the activities that you've been involved in over the years?
Well, some of the activities I've been involved in, I can't really remember all, but I've been involved in something, it's H2O, I think it was. It talked about how we need to protect our oceans, and I've also, like I've done a lot of things when I was small, but I can't really remember all because, you know, I forget stuff. But definitely, I've been involved in Little Thoughts on Big Matters, which is, you know, the message of reduce, reuse, recycle, and repair. That is also featured in GIFCA. I talked about, I did Oystein Fish Festival project. It was an essay on the bottle, you know, the situation with the bottle getting to the middle of the environment.
Very good. And if you had to name the club, what would you name it?
I would name it
You want my view?
yeah.
Little Thoughts on Big Matters.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things. Some is climate, some is health, some is studying. That message is so powerful. Unlocking what everybody in here, everybody in this country thinks, everybody around the world who is your age group. And what you want is especially to be the voice of people your age. So at 11, you're going to be the voice of people your age. At 12, bring along the 12 years. At 13, you understand? And keep telling people, however small your thought is, it is important as long as it's on a matter that is affecting us all, which is a big matter. So it is so brilliant that I don't even know, I mean, I really, really am bowled over. Yeah? Okay. Any other questions?
Just one thing, would you consider giving her a PO box, like, so she can get pen pal letters? I mean, I'm sure you have an email address. Do you have an email address for Little Things Big Matter?
No, I don't.
You see, you just got a wonderful suggestion.
I have to ask the dad on that.
An email address and an address to actually get physical letters, that would be wonderful.
Hashtag too, right?
I think it's a hashtag.
Yeah, if it isn't created, when I go on Instagram later, I can make sure I use it. Alright? What's the thing you like to do most? With all the serious talk, no, let's talk. What do you like to do
I like
most?
to paint. I
You like to
don't
paint?
think I'm the best painter, but I like to, I'm starting to pick up some things from my art teacher. So she paints like clay and grids, and I think that's very interesting. I also like
nice.
I talk with my friends, talk with my parents, sometimes I even talk with my pet cats when we're on board.
Mimi
Yeah.
and Raj.
Mimi and Raj.
And what about Kurtz?
I talk with him too, but
You know, I used to have a turtle.
I still haven't. I talk with him too, I just don't really know if
I'm sure. But I used to have 2 turtles, and eventually I gave them away because I wasn't home that often, and I started to feel for them. The only thing is that I didn't have a name like Kurtz. So, but what music do you like the most?
well, I'd say I like classical music.
Okay. What kind of classical music?
Well, I don't really know all the names to the
Mhm.
music, but it's very melodical
Yeah,
music.
right. You know, he's a composer and musician. John, you want to say anything to it?
I wanted to ask you, where you spoke a little bit about your art. And I was wondering if you ever considered using your art to spread your environmental message also.
Yeah, that was another thing I was thinking of. Last night I had a show and I thought to myself, well, what if I were to make a compositional drawing on how is like a bird, ocean, person throwing a plastic and then some fish gets turned. Because we're learning compositional drawing in art at the moment, so I like to do that, like see what I think about it.
If there was one message that you want to share with everyone in this room about saving the planet and keeping the environment clean, what would be that little thing that you would ask people to do?
Well, my message would be, we only have one environment and one earth, and we need to protect it.
Here, here. Any other questions before the press conference?
What happened? What primary school did you go to?
I went to school at Blackman and Gallup Primary School.
It made me feel even more proud because I chose the site for that school.
I have seen you in my class, you shook my friends.
That's right. That's when they came up. That's when they came up there to visit. And it was about, I can tell you when. It was when Bujubanto was here last year. I remember that clearly. I spent the morning up there at the school. Yes. So I know your former head teacher too. Yes.
Awesome.
You see that? So I have a little something for you. You know that? What would you like to be able to help you work at school?
Could you package that I didn't.
Okay. At school, you have, right now you do a lot of online classes. You have a tablet?
No, I don't have a tablet.
Oh. I'm certainly not Santa Claus, but I see talent when I see it, and I'm going to make sure that you have one now. You're most welcome. Let me give it to you. Come. This is for As much as this is going to come and go, this is for you to keep forever. A little note. Okay? Beautiful. A pear does not fall from an apple tree. You understand? And I really want to congratulate you because it is. I said when my sister was getting married that 90% of who I am is as a result of how I was raised. And it is clear that she is one who she is because of the love and the care that you and her father have given and the rest of the family. Not true? I was looking at you. You should be.
I'm proud of you for raising me.
You're special and always be blessed and give thanks every day for the blessings that you have. Alright? And you're going to help take care of this world for me, right? And for all of us. Box for it. And you know, John? Thank you so much.